Hello and welcome to Laurindalandia. Today I'm going to do a reading about what people wish they could say to you but don't. You can choose your pile by following your intuition. It can be the pile that you're the most visually attracted to, or you can even ask your mind, what is a pile for me? I do a personal readings, they're super affordable, and then my first link in the description. Hello, pile one. So I chose this card that says, I forgive myself for my flaws, and it came in reverse. What people wish they could say to you, but don't, is that they know they are wrong. They know they hurt you. They know they are the villain in your story, and you are right for that. They did hurt you. They did you wrong, but they cannot admit it that they were acting out of a place of ego, jealousy. They cannot admit to you that they were wrong. I think this pile these people is like a group of people that hurt you. Maybe I'm hearing bullied you, and I'm sorry about number one. People that were really cruel, unfair, and mean for no reason. They had no reason to do it. You did nothing to them, and they just treat you very poorly. And these are people that never admitted that. They maybe even try to gaslight you into think that you were the wrong one, like their awful behavior was justified. This is like someone doing something very cruel to you and trying to justify like, because you did this and you did that, and what you did is like just existing. What you did is like just existing in the world. Like, imagine, I'm hearing even a very specific scenario. This might be for some of you. Imagine that you one day you just enter into a room and you are a beautiful person that gets a lot of attention, and you are just like naturally, without trying, very attractive, very beautiful, and someone was very triggered by your beauty, so they put you down. They say to you, you are like cocky or arrogant, you think you are like the best, and they're like really were mean to you with words, right? Even maybe shouted, and they made you feel like they were justified because, quote unquote, you're trying to grab everyone's attention, you're trying to be better than everyone, stuff like that. When in reality, you are just existing as a person. You're not doing anything to anyone. You just literally walked into a room, and these people were extremely mean and cruel to you. And they wish they could say is that they know that they are in the wrong. They know you did nothing. They know they were just acting from this place of extreme insecurity and extreme triggered, but they can never admit it. Like, I think these people really feel bad with the way that they treat you, but they will never say that to you. I think these people live with a lot of guilt, especially if this is maybe for some of you scenarios in high school, maybe where you were bullied, people treat you horribly for no reason. These people live with a lot of guilt, number one. Like, these people, yeah, they have a lot of guilt, a lot of regret, but they are unwilling to say sorry to you. Like, this is a well kept secret for them, where they keep this guilt and regret on the covers because they will never be able to admit to you, because admitting to you is basically saying, like, is acknowledging how awful of a person they are. I think like these people feel like they are awful people because of what they did to you. Like, these people cannot trick themselves in their mind to thinking, I'm a good person that deserves a good thing. No, I think these people really, like, because of the way that they treated you, really came to like the acknowledgement, no, like, I'm a bad person. And these people believe in karma. That's the thing. I think these people believe in karma. These people believe I'm a bad person and I don't deserve great things, because at the end of the day, I'm a bad person. They will never say this out loud to other people, but this is how they view themselves. They view themselves as bad, cruel people that at the end of the day don't deserve good things. I also think your life is better than that theirs. These people compare themselves to you, and they think you are living a good life and you deserve it, because I'm an awful person. I don't deserve a good life. I don't deserve for my dreams come true. I don't deserve to get what I want, but you do, and it makes sense. But they will never, when I say to you, they will never say this. Also, they will never say that you have a better life than theirs, even though this is how they think. They think your life is way better than theirs. They will never say it out loud. Never. Like, because admitting this is really hard for them. This is how they view themselves, that their pride will never, they will never be able to admit this. And actually, I think them admitting this will be like such a big step to healing for them. I think they could really improve their life and their mental well-being if they just admitted their wrongdoings, but they cannot. They see it in themselves, they know, but they cannot say it out loud. They are too prideful, but they know. They know that they were awful to you and it was not your fault, and they know that they don't deserve good things in life, and you do. You do deserve good things in life because this is how they view it. Because you did nothing to them, and so many people put you down for no reason. Like they feel like you really deserve something good, even though they'll never say this. What people wish they could say to you, but don't tell anyone. Yeah, I'm hearing like you are smarter than me, you are more beautiful than me, you are way better than me. This is how they view you, and I think that's one of the big reasons why they like treated you so bad, is because they look at you and they saw someone they could never be. Like they were jealous, they were triggered, they were jealous. And that's the reason why they were so cruel to you, because in their eyes you were always better than them. Especially when they were putting you down the most, is because for them they saw you as someone way better than them in all departments, looks, smarts, everything. And this really triggered them. Yeah, something that they wish they could say is that they are the type of people that is, I'm getting that example. You know those type of people that always say, "Hey, someday I'm gonna have a business. Someday I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that," and they never do anything. There is a name for this. It's like fail to start. There is like a specific name to this. Like people that say, "Yeah, one day I'm gonna be rich, or I'm gonna have a business, and I'm gonna do this and that," and they never do it. Like what they wish they could say to you but don't, is that you can do it. You have the skills, the intelligence, everything to do everything that they ever wanted and more. They see themselves as less than you because they don't have the, basically they don't have the resilience. They cannot go through the resilience of the hard times, the beginning stages. They don't have the resilience to be a beginner. They don't have the resilience to fail. They don't have the strength and the resilience to actually follow through with something because they don't want to go through the hard parts of something that we all need to do. When we build a business, the first 5 years are awful, and you really are successful if you are capable of enduring those awful years. But these people, they are not capable of enduring. Also, these people probably, imagine, or in school, they cheated a lot. I'm getting a lot of high school scenarios, so this can have to do a lot with high school, with people of your high school. Um, these people are cheaters, or the type of people that were actually like smart but never study. You know those type of people, they can actually get good grades but they never study. And at the end of the day, yes, being smart is good, but I think what's most important is being able to put in the effort. Like, because again, in the real world, yeah, being smart is an advantage, but is not the key to success. The key to success is effort, period. You can be very smart, extremely beautiful, naturally, but if you don't put in the effort, if you do not have resilience, you'll never make it. And that's just the reality. Like, the winners of life is really the ones that don't give up. It's not about being the smartest or most beautiful person in the room or the most talented. There are so many talented people that we all know that don't have success or glory or fame or richness, and there are other people that do have it, and they own half the talent of those people, because okay, a lot of them is also privilege, right? But I think a big component to success is truly resilience, is effort, is continue to make it happen when it's not easy, when you don't get any rewards. That's like a successful story right there. You can be very smart, very beautiful, but if you don't put in the work, you won't reach that top of the mountain. It's like I'm getting in this metaphor of, for you to reach the top of the mountain, yes, you can have the physique, you can be young, you can have the muscles, you can have the resources to reach the top of the mountain. At the end of the day, if you don't have the willingness to go through the journey and the path to the top of a mountain, even though probably someone with less physique than you or less resources than you, if they have the resilience, they can reach the top of the mountain. But if you have all the physique and all the resources and you don't have the willingness and the resilience to endure the uphill of the mountain, you won't reach the top of the mountain, even though you have more physical capacity or resources to do it. And this is what I'm getting. These people, like, for example, in school, they might be the type of people that took good grades without studying, and they might really brag about it, like, oh, I'm so smart. But the fact that they never had to work hard for it, it's a disadvantage, a big disadvantage. Like, I think these people had an easier life than you growing up, and I think they bragged about it a lot. And this was a point of putting you down, like, I'm better than you type thing, because I have more money, because I'm smarter, this and that. But the thing is, these people did not learn how to survive in struggle. You, unfortunately, because of what these people put you through, learn to survive struggle. Like, you have something that they don't have, that is actually the key to success, that is resilience, that is enduring the hardship. These people are now grow up, especially if this scenario of high school. These people are now grow ups working a super normal job. I'm getting like Dunkin' and Donuts. Like, I'm getting, uh, yeah, I'm getting very small uh, junk food chain. Okay, junk food chains are not small, but like living in a small town, working in a fast food chain, there is no shame about it, right? But these people feel shame about it. And you probably have a better job than them, like you probably have a better life than them, because you are stronger than them at the end of the day. These people never learned how to build resilience. These people never learned how to endure and continue in the hardship, because they were the ones causing the hardship to people. This is like what I'm getting here, a very interesting concept, that is, it is not fair, not good or moral for these people to treat you like this, but at the end of the day, you made it work it out in your favor. Like, it was a fact that you had so many hardships that now like gave you the tools and the keys to be successful and to have a better life than before. Like, at the moment, it really sucked, it was really cruel, but it helped you like long term. Like, it pushed you to building the tools and the resilience and the skills to actually be a very successful person and achieve what you dream of. And I think this is what people wish they could say to you but don't, is that they almost not only regret the way they treat you, because of they know they were cruel, unfair, and bad people. It's not only that aspect, they feel like they helped you, which this is a very toxic mindset, by the way. If someone treats you bad and saying, oh, it's tough love is helping you, no, that's just toxic. No, that's not reality. But these people are toxic, so they view the world this way, that they feel like they helped you, and like sometimes that they wish they could go back uh, in time, not only because these people are very selfish, okay, and these people, they don't care about you. Like they're extremely selfish, self-centered. I don't think they care about anybody really. They just care about their own ego, and they're extremely insecure. So these people are like, not only they want to go back in time so they don't feel bad about themselves. It's not they don't want to go back in time not to hurt you. They don't want to go back in time to not hurt you because they don't want to feel bad about themselves. It's not about you, basically, which is very toxic. And also, they feel like if they were not as cruel and they did not create so many hardships, that you will not be so successful. And basically, your success really triggers them. This is what people wish they could say, but don't. Like your success, the fact that you're better than them, ay, ay, ay. It infuriates them. I really feel it like in my body. Like it really makes them so angry. Yeah, these are very emotionally mature, uh, insecure, even narcissistic people. Like so self-centered. I'm sorry, Palwan, that you had to deal with this type of people. What people wish they could say to you but don't. Yeah, what people wish they could say to you but don't is that you are the embodiment of attractiveness, success. Like, you have this pool of good things coming your way. Like, these people feel like you get good things easily compared to them. And it comes back to the idea that they have that I'm a bad person. Of course, I don't deserve good things. I deserve an awful life because I'm an awful person. And they look at you and they know you are a good person. They're like, it makes sense. They deserve to have good things. I think you also have this energy of you don't chase, you attract. Yeah, people feel like you are lucky that you attract a lot of good things because them on their side, they are struggling to like make ends meet. They are struggling to have like decency of life, and they really feel it's karma for the way that they treat you. And like to a certain extent, they feel it's deserving. I deserve to have a difficult life, and you deserve to have a good life because I treated you unfairly. You did nothing to deserve this. I'm just a bad person. But again, these people are admitting to themselves that they are bad people, but it affects them because it affects the way that they view themselves. At the end of the day, it's not your pain, is their own pain that they care about. They care about the fact that they have to admit to themselves that they are a bad person. That's all they care about. Like the reason like they care about hurting you is not because of the pain that they caused you, is because now they see themselves as bad people, and that's really what stings. That's really what hurts. For some of you, very specific, uh, you are a great mother. If you are a mother, people feel like you're such a good mother, and your kids are really lucky to have you. And yeah, people like you should have kids. Basically, this is what people think. Like you're such a good mother. Like we see so many toxic parents, and you are not a toxic parent. Like you are really unconditionally loving and healthy, and you're showing your kids a lot of healthy dynamics and healthy environments, and that's really beautiful. And you should continue to be the mother that you are. I think even like some people might say to you, oh, you should be tougher, or you should be tougher on your kids. And you're like, no, and you do well. Tough love is trauma, basically. Tough love is the same, a similar word for trauma. And you're not traumatizing your kids. Like, I think some of you here are really like soft love, soft education, and there are so many toxic people saying like, no, self-love doesn't leave you anywhere, you have to be harsh on your kids, you have to prepare them for life. No, 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 no. Tough love is trauma. Point and period. It's like another word for trauma and a use, um yeah, you're a great mother. Not only like for others of you, this more message of like, you are extremely abundant and fertile. Like your seeds that you plant, metaphorically, they grow because like you have a great energy around you. People feel like you really do have a very good energy, because at the end of the day you are a good person, right? There is also something about you that people admire but don't say, is that they love that you don't get obsessed with people, places, and things. Like, you're not someone that gets too attached or too obsessed with people, places, and things. For example, maybe when you fall in love, you're not the obsessive type. Maybe if you want a job or career, you don't obsess about it. Like, you're not too attached to people, places, and things, and this really works out for you. And I think in a lot of the ways, people feel like this also gives you a lot of abundance. Let me know down in the comments if you resonate with this message. If you like this video, give it a like, and if you like this content, subscribe. I do a personal reading that's super affordable, and then my first link in the description. Bye, pile one. Hello, pile two. So it shows this card that says, "My well-being is a natural state of my body." What people wish they could say to you but don't is that you are right in choosing yourself. You are making the right decision. You are making the right choice in prioritizing yourself, even if this means leaving them behind. I think this message is coming from people that took advantage of you and wanted to almost keep you in a place, like entrap you in some way. I'm getting a vision of like people seeing you and imagine you are this very great person, charismatic, kind, sweet. You have so much to give to people. And I think these were the type of people that wanted to keep you stuck because they wanted to basically have you all to themselves, but in a very unhealthy way. This is not healthy at all. This is extremely unhealthy. They almost like dehumanized you, and you're almost a resource to these people. These might be like narcissistic people because they looked at you, they looked to your kindness, love, charisma, personality, and they just wanted to harvest that with no considerations for you and your mental well-being and how you felt about it. They just like wanted to keep always taking all these like good things out of you without giving nothing back, and now almost like you were a diamond that they wanted to mine. This is like the metaphor that I'm getting. I think like these people saw you as like this precious human being with so much, like with so much love, kindness, beauty, skills, intelligence, everything. Like you had an abundance of everything. And these people were just like taking without giving you anything back. And basically these people try to gaslight you and made you feel responsible for them and their pain. They might be in a lot of like emotional manipulation that they just basically wanted to take advantage of you, take advantage of your personality, your love, your resources, everything, your connections, your skills, everything. And when you will leave or when you will retreat because you were being taken advantage of, and they will gaslight you and be like, you are a bad person for leaving me. When you are like, bro, you've been taking advantage of me for like months or even years, and I'm the bad one to leave you. And you might have been super like kind and healthy to them, saying, hey, I need time for my own to heal myself, to take care of my mental health. And these people basically try to make you feel like you are a bad person for leaving them. And what they wish they could say but don't is that you're right. You made the right decision. They also wish they could say to you but don't is that this was an unequal relationship. I was taking way more than I was giving. I wanted all to myself. I wanted to, I'm hearing exploit you, and I'm sorry about you if you've been through that. And then when you leaving and puts boundaries, and even like you putting boundaries, people might like try to make you feel guilty about it, try to make you feel guilty in setting boundaries or taking like space for yourself, time for yourself, because these people almost saw you as a thing, not as a human. Like they got, yeah, literally a diamond that they wanted to mine. Uh, and what people wish they could say to you but don't is that you did the right decision in walking away. You did the right decision in setting boundaries. You did made the right decision in leaving me. I think these people that you left behind, because these people were just taking. You tried to set boundaries. They made you feel guilty for setting boundaries. The boundaries didn't work, and at some point you just had to leave because this was completely unhealthy for you and draining in a lot of ways. These will be the people that, imagine, you will talk with them and say, I feel drained, and because I feel like I'm always giving to you, I don't feel like I get a lot back. And these people will guilt and shame you, saying things like, am I draining to you? Like, do you feel like I am this type of person? Am I always draining? Like, you're also not the best. Also, one time you didn't give me free coffees, you just gave me one, and in reality they give you nothing. Like, these are such manipulative people that also will take, like, these are people that also, when you try to set boundaries, will take like the like the one time they did something kind of nice to you. And when I mean kind of nice, it's just like human being. This would be like you always like going out for coffee with these people and you always buying the coffees. One time they got you a latte, let's say, and at some point, like, along the way you talk to them, hey, I feel like I'm always like giving something to you, I'm always buying you coffee. They're like, what? There was one time that I bought you latte, you just pay me espresso way cheaper, like this will be this is kind of like example of the manipulation that I'm seeing. That these people would try to manipulate you when you try to set boundaries. Just set boundaries, because like when you are setting boundaries for someone, you still care about them. When you're setting boundaries, it's the last stage before you leave. You try to set boundaries to see if you can change the dynamics to a healthier one for you. And if you cannot, you away. And these basically people try to guilt trip you and made you feel shameful and guilty when you were setting boundaries, and then you left. And again, they're blaming you for leaving. Like, they just guilt tripped you, shame you, and blamed you. And when in reality you were being taken advantage of, and you were just trying to, yeah, a healthier like dynamic, like for your mental health. And as you should, you're not a thing. You are a human with free will and choice. Like, hello, it's so. I'm even having an headache putting myself in these people's shoes. It is really manipulative, extreme manipulation. Like, my mind, I'm even getting like tired. Like, because I'm getting like, I'm being put in these people's shoes, and it's really a mind F. No reason, no sense. It doesn't make any sense. Okay, and I'm sorry, Paul number two. This probably caused you a lot of headaches as well. Damn, I really felt this. Okay, well, let me get back to yeah. I think these people really drain you. Pile number two. I feel confused. My mind is like a knot. It doesn't make anything, it doesn't make sense. Like, you came with these people with such a clear, kind communication, and they made your mind so confused with shame, guilt, shifting of blame, all of that. Like, yeah, I think these people drained you a lot, took a lot of advantage of you, made you feel like tired, drained, confused, all of that. And basically, what they wish they could say, but don't, is that you are right in leaving them. It was the best option for you. You are thriving now that you have left them. I think also these people, I saw you move on, and you are way up here. You look way up here, way more successful, way more beautiful. Your skin is like glowing. Your life is like 1,000 light years so much better than it was with them. They know you made the right decision. It was the right decision for you. And these people have a very distorted sense of love. Okay, I don't think this is love, but they see it as love. Like, these people see you. I love you, so I want you all to myself. I want you like all the time. You need to be there for me all the time because I love you. That's not love. But in a distorted sense, they are like happy for you and unhappy for themselves that you have left them, because they see you doing better and they're like, yeah, I'm happy for you. Like, I'm happy that you're doing better, but they'll never admit this, because if you talk with them, they'll basically blame you and guilt trip you. Like, why did you left me? I got so sad after you leaving me. You broke my heart. Da, 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 da. But They know that you made the best option for yourself, and that's the right option, and you are doing great. And in a weird way, they wish you the best, really. Like, they wish you really that you have all the success in the world because you deserve it. You're a great person. Yeah, yeah. Damn, pal, too. I'm sorry that you have to deal with this type of manipulation. Like, my head, I'm tired. What people wish you could say to you, but don't, pal, too. Yeah, I think this is a different group from these people I was talking about manipulation. Uh, 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 this is a group of people that maybe they don't know you very deeply, but they know you a little bit. This will not be like your best friends, but like friends that you hang out a little bit, of friends that know your story, something like that. What people wish they could say to you but don't is that you overcame a lot of trauma, you are very wise, you know a lot of lessons, and you are very strong. These people feel like they could not have overcome what you have overcome. Like, these people feel like if they went through what you've been through, they could never recover, and you did. You have immense strength, immense mental strength, emotional strength to overcome extremely dark and difficult situations, and you are a source of inspiration and admiration to many. And I think people don't say this because they almost don't know how to say it, because it's like maybe they listen to your story and your story can be very dark and very difficult, and they don't want to, after you said like a horrible story, to say, hey, but like you are so, you came out on the other way, like you're so strong, wow, like that sounds not validating. It's like you're sharing your pain and you're like, people are like, whoa, but you came out the other way, that's amazing, you're so strong. And you're like, bro, I just share you my deepest trauma, the most dark things ever, and you are telling me that I like, like I should be proud for overcoming that. Like, I don't want to be proud, I never wanted to go through this, like this is horrible. This is the vibe I'm getting, is that people have a hard time to communicate their admiration to the fact that you have overcame a lot of trauma. Also, a subset of this group feels inferior to you because of this, because they like, maybe these are people that are older and should have more like maturity than you, quote unquote, or should have more life experience or wisdom, and they don't, and they feel like inferior to the fact that you are wiser, smarter, and more experienced than them, even though they might be 10 years older than you or more. Yeah, they don't want to admit that you have the best advice. You are wiser than them, you're more mature than them because of your difficult life experiences. And I'm sorry about to if this is the case. What people wish they could say to you but don't. Yeah, people feel like you're extremely hardworking. Uh, you are more hardworking than them. You have more stamina, more energy, more dedication, more drive to not only work, but like chase after your dreams, dedicate yourself to learning a new skill. Yeah, like you have such a drive and dedication to do the journey from being a beginner to master, that they don't have half of the stamina and the energy and the drive to make things happen. You make things happen. Also, like, you are very attractive in a very, this is giving a very masculine vibe. You don't need to identify with masculinity, but like your, I think a part of you being extremely attractive is the fact that you, like, you have a lot of drive, you have a lot of stamina, probably you have passions here that you pursue, probably you like to learn things, and you don't give up and you keep going for hardship. Like, that's very hot. Like, you are hot in a very, what we consider masculinity. Again, I say masculine because it's that kind of the stereotypes. Masculine and femininity are, at the end of the day, social constructions, right? Uh, but this is just like, yeah, you are very hot in a very driven way. You are very hot in your hard work. The fact is, you are so dedicated, so hardworking, that you chase after your dreams, that you work hard and learn new skills. That's very attractive. BDE, this is what I'm getting here. Yeah. Your pursuits, your passions, especially when you talk about your passions, is very hot, very attractive. I think you are a beautiful person, but what makes you the most attractive is your stamina, your dedication, like your drive. Let me know down in the comments if you resonate with this message. If you like this video, give it a like. And if you like this content, subscribe. I do a personal readings, they're super affordable. And then my first link in the description. Buy pile 2, ever pile free. So it shows this card says, I'm always safe. I'm internal and I'll stay forever in each experience. And it came in reverse. What people wish they could say to you but don't is that their life became worse after you left. You were such a rock for these people. You were a person that they felt really seen by, really heard by. They didn't felt judged for you. They felt so accepted by you. And they really didn't treat you as well as you deserved. I think these are people that you really showed up to them with a lot of emotional stability, acceptance, no judgment. I think you are the type of person that people come to you with anything and you'll never judge. You never shame them. You never be like, oh, you did that. No, that's not you. You are extremely understanding, non judgmental, free spirited, like, and this is something that people took for granted when they had you because they didn't quite value how rare that actually is to be fully accepted and not judged by people around you, because I think that, yeah, like judging people is very common but having them in a very non-judgmental mentality is extremely rare, and I think people didn't quite give you the value and the credit for just accepting them and being non-judgmental. And you probably, these people, even I think what these people did to you and the reason why you left is maybe these people actually, you felt a bit judged by these people. I think these people wanted you to be in a box that you did not belong and you did not want. Maybe you start sharing your like passions with them. People are saying, oh, like, that's weird, why are you doing that, and stuff like that, and you're like, bro, like, this is my passion. I don't judge you when you're cheating on your boyfriend or girlfriend. I don't judge you when you are doing this. Why are you judging me for wanting to paint? Or for having this niche interest? This is what I'm getting. I think these people were like judging you for like your passions. You're like, bro, you come to me with like objectively immoral behavior, like cheating or deceiving, and I don't judge you. I come with you with acceptance and understanding and non-judgment, right? I don't shame you for this. I try to understand you. And you, I'm sharing my passions. I'm sharing what I'm passionate about. I'm sharing my niche special interest. And you shame me? Ah, this is what I'm getting. I think these people kind of made you feel weird for being you, maybe for having like special interests or like niche interests, things that you're passionate about, like, hello. And these people are like probably saying to you, that's weird, why are you watching that, doing that, so like, why are you doing this, why you dress like this, why you dress like that. And you're like, bro, I don't judge you, I accept you, I come to you with a open mind and open heart, and you are here trying to make me be something that I'm not. I think these people put you pressure to follow the status quo, and you're like, I'm not the status quo. Like, if you really are my friend, or if you really love me, you accept me as I am, as I do you, when sometimes you are super wrong, and I'm not judging your objectively immoral behavior, okay? And yeah, probably you left these people because you felt like these people are shaming you for just being you, or like creating this sort of judgment towards you and trying to put you in the box that you are simply do not belong to. And you left these people, and like when you left these people, that's when they realize they made a grave mistake. They made a great mistake because now they are surrounded by people that do not accept them, that judge the hell out of them, like they probably judge you honestly as they deserve. And that, imagine, they feel like, yeah, life is, they lost so much when they lost you. They feel like they really lost a lot when they lost you because they lost an extremely rare person that does not project your insecurities or does not judge others, and that's so extremely rare. But they did not realize how rare it was when they had you, because they had you, and they thought, like, if this person is way, I'm going to be able to find others like you. They won't. There is nobody like you. They also feel like you have moved on and completely forgot about them. Like, these people are still very much stuck on you. These people very much still think of you and wish they were there and regret their actions, their words towards you. And you like look like in their eyes that you have moved on and you don't care. Like, you don't even think about them anymore. They don't even cross your minds, and they feel like they were no one to you, and they understand why. Because you were so much to them, even though they only realized how much you were to them when you left. I don't think they quite gave you the value when you were there. They were taking you for granted. And they realized that they didn't give you half the unconditional love you gave to them, and they understand why you don't care about them anymore. They understand because they were not that great to you. I don't think they were awful people, but also they were not that great, like, people like them you can find anywhere, but on the other side, people like you, one in a million. They will never cross anybody like you ever again. They, like, were so lucky to cross paths with you, and they will never be this lucky again, and they know it. They know it. Yeah, like, you just moved forward, and you did well. It was your destiny. You made the right decision in moving forward. You made the right decision by just leaving them behind. They also feel like your life got better after them. They feel like, for example, for the ones of you that resonate with this message of people shaming you for your niche interests or special interests, things that you're just passionate about, like, they feel like after you left, you started to pursue your interests and find people that actually accept your interests and accept you as you are, and you're like, you became successful in something that they never thought success was possible. It's not that they thought you did not have the skills to be successful, but they thought nobody is going to be successful in doing, like, I don't know, crochet or specific wood making or like a niche interest, a special interest that you have. They thought it was impossible to anyone be successful in it. And they see you now and they feel like you are successful. They feel like you have found people that actually support who you are, accept you as you are, and don't judge you, and are there for you. And they feel like, yeah, it was meant to be, that luck was on your favor when you left them, and that it was the right decision to make. Also, what people wish they could say to you but don't is that you are on your way to fulfill your destiny. You are someone that is not avoiding your destiny, that is not avoiding their dreams, and you are on your way, and you are in the right path to make your dreams come true. Most people are pushing down their dreams, ignoring them, avoiding them because or they are too crazy or too impossible. This is the stories that people tell in your mind, and you are pursuing your dreams and you are in the right path. You're making the right decision for yourselves. You are fulfilling your destiny. You are doing what you're supposed to be doing. Like, you are on the right path. What people wish they could say to you, but don't, feel free. Yeah, people love that you are not paranoid or like overly cautious. Kind of people feel like you are careless, but it works in your favor. People feel like things work better actually when you don't or think too much about something or be extra cautious about it. People think like this very free spirited and careless vibe to you really fits you and works in your favor. That people also love that you're not, yeah, like paranoid or thinking about something too much. Like, people feel like you don't think about the worst case scenario. And people really feel like this is good for you and it works for you. I think you have this very lucky energy around you because you are also not like extremely cautious or paranoid or thinking like the worst case scenario. I think you're very open to what life brings to you and to experience, and you don't think about the worst case scenario. I'm not saying you also think about like best case scenario, but you're like, oh, let's see. You are a very free spirited vibe, very open vibe, like is kind of open to what life brings to you, and this works in your favor. I think this is coming from people that cannot do that, that don't have the safety. That's a thing. People that don't have the inner safety to be open to life and are extremely controlling, micromanagers, that are like unable to open to just like a life happening, to the flow of life. And they watch you, and at first they think, oh, that's a bad idea, it's a bad idea to be open to life. And then they see you and they're like, oh, it works in your favor, good things do happen to you, it is not the worst case scenario. And this is something that like people feel very admired and inspired by you, and they feel like they wish they could be less controlling over their life, to live a bit on your mindset, because they feel like it really works for you. Your free spirit, your like spontaneously, like your spontaneity, your like lack of overthinking, overanalyzing, worst case scenario, like paranoia, you don't have that. They think that this really works in your favor. And these people almost wish that they had the safety, the inner safety that you do, to live a little bit with less control. What people wish they could say to you but don't, I'm free. Yeah, you are a very attractive person. I think there are a lot of people here that have crushes on you and find you very attractive, but they never say it. Yeah, I think you have more people that find you attractive than you realize. I think you also have a lot of people that want to romance you, romanticize you. I also think you have a very romanticizer of life vibe to you, because again, maybe you're not a complainer. Maybe you don't think about the worst case scenario. Maybe you think about the good things, and you know, are happy for the good things, and your default is not to think the end of the world, you know, like your default is to probably things will work out. Probably they're not going to be like the greatest thing ever, but it's going to be nice at least, you know. I think, yeah, people feel that. How do I explain to this? I think people that are seeing you in a certain way, like people that are seeing you very carefree, open, vibing with the flow, they first will think you shouldn't be like that, because you're going to hurt yourself, like, or you're going to be poor, or like you're going to go into poverty. This is what people are thinking, okay? This is not me, this is what people are thinking. People feel like your carefree nature, spontaneity, like will lead you to bad circumstances, like poverty, or just like loss of control, basically. This is what they think at first, but then they get to know you and they're like, no, it's not that at all. I'm scared of poverty. I think I'm going to poverty. That's the reason why I'm so controlling. They are actually very abundant. Yeah, people think you are very attractive, very abundant. And again, I think first people meet you and they try to put you in the box. Coming back to the carefully spontaneity vibe, people like try to project onto you, no, you should be worried, or you should think about it, or you should this and that, don't go just because you feel like it. What are you doing? That's crazy. Like, you know, people try to put you in a box. Like, people try to for you to have the same fearful mindset as them, and you're like, I don't want to think this way. I want to be open to life. I want to experience like a low. And people think at first that's such a bad idea, but then like they know you for a longer period of time and they realize, no, this works for you. Like, you have a lot of good luck energy, good things do happen to you randomly, your life is indeed good, and they regret trying to change you, when in reality they should be learning from you. Let me know down in the comments if you resonate with this message. If you like this video, give it a like. And if you like this content, subscribe. I do have personal readings. They are super affordable. And they're my first link in the description. Bye, pal free.